We're going to make some offers.
I mean, I got here driving. I'm here because Corey invited me. Thank you for inviting me. My name's Cassandra. It's nice to be here. I don't know.
So, look, tell the people how we met. So, you found me online somehow in the World Wide Web, and then we met for the first time at Max Maxwell's event, right? Mm-hmm. You were telling me about a deal there. Take the people through that deal that your first deal that you did, because it blew my mind how easily you got into this. First off, you're 21, correct?
Yes.
Travion, she's 21. So she's
I can drink.
so she's 21, and you've already done your first wholesale deal. Break down that deal for the people that might be watching, because there's a lot of people that use age as their excuse or their crutch or whatever we want to call it to not get started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it started out like just driving for dollars. I seen it vacant for a while, just really passed by and then never really paid attention to it. I had an investor helping me at that time, Juliani Lopez. And then so she, like, I was helping her out and everything. And then, like, at some point I was getting tired because, like, no deals coming in or anything.
What were you doing for marketing at that point in time?
Marketing, I wasn't really marketing, just cold calling.
Oh, well, cold calling's marketing.
Yeah.
So.
And then so, yeah, I actually went back to the property. I skip traced it using True People Search.
TruePeopleSearch.com?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And then so I actually found him, and then he literally just like, well, he lives 4 hours away, so it was kind of benefit for me. And then he only comes to Cleveland, where I live, like twice a year, so he didn't really need it. And then so right before we hang up, I asked him how much you would like offer it for, and then he just told me a price without even thinking. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
So how you told me that this property had been vacant for a long time.
Yeah,
how long had it
50
been
years.
vacant? How long?
50.
50.
Yes, 50.
So what was the price? What price did he give you whenever he said that?
He gave me 28.
28,000.
Yeah.
What'd you negotiate him down to?
26.
Grand. Okay. So now you, if I remember the story correct, you had a lawyer draw you up a contract because you didn't know how to do a contract. No idea how to do a contract, guys. Go reach out to an attorney, get you a contract lined up, and then you had the task of assigning it, correct?
Yeah.
The gurus all said it was easy, right?
It wasn't easy.
Well, but it didn't sound hard. How did you move that property?
What do you mean?
How'd you sell it?
Facebook Marketplace.
How long did it take?
Not even 30 minutes. I already got like an end buyer.
So
calling me.
She just said, now listen to the expectations here. She said it wasn't that easy to move that property, that she moved in 30 minutes on Facebook Marketplace, a completely free platform.
It took me a while to get the contract because I never done it before. And then, so I called one of my investors, Juliani, and then she told me, go for it. Like, don't even think about it.
Don't think about it. Thinking is your enemy.
Yeah. So that's what made it hard, because I was already thinking about how am I going to gather out that much money.
Didn't have to figure out any of that.
Yeah.
You got it under contract, and within 30 minutes on Facebook Marketplace, you had your deal. What'd you make on that?
$14,000
$14,000 on a Driving for Dollars lead that you looked up the phone number on True People Search, which is free.
Yes.
And then didn't have to negotiate, no skills in negotiation. He wanted 28. I guess did you say 26?
Yeah. No, I started with 24.
24, and he met you in the middle.
Yeah.
And there you are, 14 grand richer. Crazy story. So when she told me that, that was pretty interesting. You came down to our Roughneck to Real Estate event in San Antonio. That story in and of itself kind of blows my mind, because you drove down, came to half of it, and then drove back just to go to work, when most people make an excuse, oh, I won't be able to go to the whole thing or whatever. You came down, got your half a day in, went back to work, and then we make a post in Roughneck to Real Estate, the group, and you reach out and start putting out bandit signs in an area. We won't say where, because we don't want our haters and snakes to go pull the signs.
I mean,
but
they're already almost on.
Oh yeah, they're already almost gone. But we've got some leads, right or wrong.
Yeah, we did.
So Friday we go to an appointment. How was that appointment? Do you feel like you learned something from that appointment?
Yes, I did.
break that down just a little bit. I don't want to put you on the spot. You don't have to talk about it. But what were some of the things whenever you left there that you were like, man, I need to tell so and so about this, or I need to ask about that? What did you gain from just seeing that live negotiation with a very nice lady with a very weird property? It's like, I mean,
like 4 mobile homes put together.
Look, I don't know if that's what it is, but it's hard for me to not believe that's what it is, because it has mobile home doors. I mean, it's like they stacked 2 mobile homes on top of each other and then built a house on the side of it.
Which is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And if anybody wants to own that in life, and it's in a really nice area. What'd you think about the location and the views and all that?
It's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice, but it's definitely an investor property. Just kind of tell people, because I have my own opinion of that negotiation that I want to put out, but I want to hear yours first. And this is the first time we've ever talked about this, right?
Yeah.
So tell people what you think about it.
Can we go on commercial right now?
Yeah, she wants to go on commercial. She wants to think about it a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get up at the intro. I told y'all we were going to break down a deal that went bad. You got another lead in a town close by to where we made this offer. You negotiated. You made a cash offer on it, and then you reached out to me and I said, "Hey, make an owner finance offer like this." What did that gentleman say? Did he say no?
He was going to say no, but then I started explaining to him what could happen. Like, he would have no responsibilities towards it. And then that's whenever I caught his attention. And then
no responsibilities for repairs.
Yeah, for repairs.
Because he's a tired landlord.
Yeah, yes.
So you made the owner finance offer. He was going to get with somebody and then get back to you, right?
Yeah, with his wife.
So we're going to call this guy live on live. That's what we got the microphone out for. But I want to break down a deal that we bought to owner finance. And I want to show you. I got Jamie to break down why this deal is important, because even whenever I'm explaining it to you, it's like the first thing you asked it, I said 180 equal payments, and you said, what's the interest rate on that? and that's the question that the seller is going to want to know too. What interest rate are you going to pay me? It's 180 equal payments. It's 0% interest. I want to kind of show this deal that we just did that we had to run away from because we couldn't do the owner finance. I want to show you why having the owner finance offer that you're making right now. How many deals have you done?
2.
2 deals, and you're making the owner finance offer. I want to show you the power of this exit strategy because, to be quite honest, Thomas, can we come over here to this one?
We are there.
We're there. Okay, so I'm going to get my black pen out, and I want to show you something because this is very, very important to me. We bought a property. We knew we could have got it for $23K, okay? That's where the other investors had it that were kind of messing around with the property. But we knew we could make money if we bought it at $30K. Now, we got kind of hung out to dry, and this is why I use livable as a loose term. We bought it for $30K because there was people living in it. So it's livable, right? Well, when I walked into the property, I just gave it a glance over. Everything's there. It works. The bathroom was decently nice. They had one bedroom blocked off. The other bedroom had a mirror like that you put on your dresser, screwed to the ceiling. I don't know what was going on in that room. But there was a mirror screwed to the ceiling. They had rugs down. Anyways, I figured out what the rugs were. The rugs were the flooring. It had no subflooring. So when they left and we pulled back the rugs, the subflooring was gone. And all of a sudden we had to I think we put about $5,000 into it. So what we did with this property was we wholesaled it for $5K, and then we put a $5K rehab in it. So we're all in at $40,000 with our investor. Now the objective at this point in time is to get all or most of this borrowed out of it with the bank. So at $40,000, if we can sell this property, I'm going to erase this 23 so we don't get confused. So this is our purchase side. I'm going to erase livable because that was a relative term. This was purchase. Now, if I can sell this property for $80K and I've only got $40 in it, I just doubled the equity on my books. So I get $40,000 in equity for a $40,000 liability. This is a really outstanding deal. When you put a calculator to this, I mean, you can. One, your debt ain't investing. You have $0 in it. You only need this property to appraise for. Do you have a calculator?
Yeah.
I want you to take this number right here, 40,000, and I want you to divide it. And I'm gonna get my calculator out I want you to take $40,000 and I want you to divide it by 0.8 because the bank will loan us 80% of what the property's worth. And that's how you do it. So you'll take this divided by 0.8. What does that equal?
50,000.
50,000. So we need a $50,000 appraisal on this property to get all of our money back out of it. And then we need to be able to sell it for $80K. So when we do this owner finance make ready, it's not to 100%. This is just subflooring down. Everything functional. You don't want the roof to leak. You want it to have where whoever the end buyer is can come in and put their own flooring in. They can come in and paint their own walls. We didn't even take Crystal Methane's mirror off the ceiling, which I don't know why we didn't do that, but it's still there today. I was at the property. I kind of walked it in Roughneck Real Estate. If y'all want to see what this looks like, go into Roughneck Real Estate, the group. You'll see it. $50,000 appraisal. Well, during the middle of this process, the bank that we used said, hey, no more owner finance wraps. And we had already bought this, sold. This is a wholesale fee. Okay. This is rehab. So we've got $40,000 of somebody's money in this property, and we want to take that $40,000 and we want to buy another property and another property and another property. Now we could go to this investor and offer them an 8% return and see if they'll hold the note, and then originate an $80,000 note for it, or it'd probably be 70. We take 10,000 down, and then we could try to season that note and sell it. So we have options. I want to write down what the options were on this from the jump. One, get private money at 8% or better to carry for the 40K, okay? That was option one. But when you look at this, you want to look at it like it's your money. If I've got my $40,000 tied up in an underlying lien on this, what is my worst case scenario? For me, I want to be able to get my money back if shit hits the fan. If I need that for my kid or my car or whatever, and I want to come back to me, Corey, and say, hey, I need my $40,000 back, I want to be able to give it to them. The only way to do that at that point in time is to either source more private money, which it's secured by an $80,000 note, okay? Let's not forget this. And a property. They're in first lien position on a property. If they come back and say that, I can sell that note maybe at 50% and get them their money back, but it's going to be a hard sell. Cassandra, do you know any note buyers? Mm-mm. I know a few, and every one of them, every time I ask them, hey, do you want to buy this note? They ask me, where's the property located? And I say, Corsicana or Richland or whatever, and they're like, we're not interested. Everybody that preaches about selling these notes talks about selling in the Metroplex or talks about selling in some other metropolitan area. The further out, even if you had them a 50% note, which Jamie or Jaime could tell you would give you a crazy ass yield, you're going to have a hard time selling it. So number two was fix for a rental. Now, I've got a little saying. If you're in real estate and you lose money, it's because you didn't own the property long enough. If you fix it for a rental, we could have put another $10,000 in it and got it rent ready, which would have put it in at $50,000. Now, in our wholesale fee, whenever we mess up like this, we're giving back the wholesale fee because it's a buddy of ours. We're in on the property. We're a partner on the deal. The wholesale fee is no longer important. What's important is getting out of this deal without any more damage, okay? So fixing for a rental would mean we'd put another $10,000 in it. We could then rent it for $800 to $900 a month. Okay? Which is okay. It's not bad. But at the end of the day, do you want this asset on your books in that manner? Do I want to own this? Do I think it's going to appreciate? Do I think the deferred maintenance is going to catch up with you? In other words, what's the life of the plumbing? What's the life of the electrical? When was the last time the electrical was updated? What am I going to have to fix at some point down the road that I now know from owning turd houses, very turd houses? Do I want to own this at $50,000? The answer is no. At $25,000, $30,000, $35,000, maybe. But $50,000, I don't want it. So the only other option is to sell it. Okay? Now, I don't know how much I would be willing to lose to walk away from it and have another bite at the apple. It's kind of like this. There's going to be a guru in your DMs tonight. He's going to be in there all creepy trying to sell you some form of education. And that's cool. This house right here, if I'd have went to the internet, right now in the comment section, somewhere in the comment section, there's going to be 40 people telling me 10 more exit strategies and why I'm an idiot for selling this asset, okay? If I'd have went to the comment section with this problem, said, hey, I bought a house, here's what I did, I would have got beat over the head a bunch, but I would have got at least 5 solutions to my problem. But look at how much I learned just by working through this problem. So what would you be willing to lose to walk away from this with your shirt? And if you transform your mind from thinking I just lost money to I just paid for education, it gets a lot sweeter. Right now, this property's under contract for $45K. Oh, I just messed that 5 up. I'm going to start over with my 5. It's under contract for $45K. Just figure 10% for closing cost out of that deal, so maybe $4,500. So maybe we walk with 40. Maybe we lose 1,000. Maybe we don't lose 1,000. Maybe we make 500. It doesn't really matter at this point in time. We put it on MLS, and I'm still going to preach at people. It's the most powerful place to sell a property. When we got into this, here's where we were, and we got it sold for 45. This feels like a victory. The only reason we bought this property is because we had a bank on board that was going to probably take us out of this $40,000 loan most of the way. Even if they only loaned us 35, we were going to get 5 or 10 on the money down, so we weren't going to have any cash in it. As soon as this strategy left, we had to go private money, fix for rental, and sell it, and figure out which one we could live with. The best thing about this property is whenever we went to buy it, we knew that these were the risk anyways. If for some reason we couldn't owner finance it, we knew we were going to have to rent it, fix it for rental. We knew that was an option. If for some reason we didn't want to own it as a rental, which we didn't really want to own it as a rental, then we knew we were going to have to just list it on the market and sell it. These exit strategies was already on there. Now, Jamie, in Roughneck Real Estate, he'll have a field day with this after a couple of Four Locos. But this is our bad deal that went bad. Like I said, we might lose 1,000. Okay, we might make 500. Either way, it's money better spent than a guru. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back after this. Cassandra's going to tell us all that she learned on Friday, aren't you? When we get back from a break. She said she needed a little time to gather her thoughts, so we gave it to her. We'll see you all after this.
The Propelio Academy, an all-in-one education resource for training in wholesales, subject to wraps, short sales, flips, rentals, BRRRR, property management, and more. Go to propelio.com/academy to get your scholarship today. Propelio.com. What does Propelio offer? Lead generating websites, access to true MLS comps, off-market lead lists, and deal alerts. Get them all today at Propelio.com.
That's question and answer.
Brady, I do need a buyer for my rule notes. Yes. See? Hey, what we just talked about. Ask questions. If I'd have went to the internet with this problem, then number one would have came better. Brady, we're going to reach out after this. So, guys, what I just said, I mean, it's right there in the comment section.
Yeah,
Cassandra, we made an offer on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long did we spend at that house?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yes.
How much property did we look at during the 2 hours?
Just one.
What was 90% of the process? I felt like, at least, what was 90%? We hung out in the kitchen and talked about what? Like grandkids.
Everything.
Rentals.
How her daughter's husband got into an accident.
An accident.
That's crazy.
There was a lot of details in the accident. Like, you got them all.
Yeah.
They're not going to get much from the attorneys, but there wasn't a lot of picking apart the property. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We saw early on. What did you see in the property? When you were looking at it, what did you think?
I don't know, like, like 5-bedroom and everything. It
It's-
was pretty cool. I liked it. Like you could go look upstairs and then downstairs, and I don't know. I just liked it.
And it had the big chimney
Yeah.
and a weird kitchen, and like
Weird room.
it was built into the side of a hill, so like they had to like divert the water all the way around it, and it's sitting on a cliff overlooking a lake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a cool property.
Yeah.
I immediately thought vacation rental. I think everybody was on that same consensus. But the thing about a vacation rental is you got to buy furniture. So 5 bedrooms, it's a lot of beds. It's a lot of furniture. Had a really cool porch that we hung out on for a minute. That was really neat. But overall, what is going to be a $250,000 house? But what I figured out, and I know that we mentioned it in the room, is that nobody's going to really loan on that except like it's not FHA. It's pier and beam and slab. It's just too weird of a property to get an FHA or government-backed loan on. So it takes a lot of buyers out of the market. Anytime a lot of buyers are removed from the market, price comes way down. So it's been on MLS. That was the other thing we found out. How much is it listed for?
135.
130, and it's been there for like 4 months.
Yeah.
So the market is pretty much set on what this property's worth. So she asked for a cash offer. What do you remember what we offered?
98.
98.
Yeah.
Did she say actually no? Yes.
Was it 98?
Did you? Yes, it was 98. And she countered back to us. Do you remember what she countered?
120.
100.
100. Oh.
Yes. So, but
Oh yeah, 2,000 more.
yeah. She said, hey, can you do 2,000 more? Now she was going to go home and check and see where she's at. Now we're going to call her here in a second. We call your guy and negotiate with him. We're going to call her back and see what she came up with. Now I almost feel bad because with her, I don't know. I feel like the property should sell for 130, and then it's got really bad pictures on the internet. That's how I feel. I feel like 100 is a good play, but I'm also a little bit apprehensive about it because it's in a market to where if you own something going into the summer, and you don't get it moved in the summer, you definitely ain't selling it during the winter. So me and Emery will just have to pack up and move into it and enjoy the fireplace because. It's that kind of deal. The other thing is, if we're going to use it as a vacation rental, which is kind of where we were all at, and 1, I haven't even talked to my partners about it. 2, we got to get it furnished. 3, it's already summer. Like it's about to be May. We got to get this done pretty fast, and we don't know anything about it. So there's a lot there. But the owner finance offer, how receptive to the owner finance offer was she?
She was thinking about it.
She was thinking really hard about it.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to know like how much down, and at least from your side of things, what I hope you picked up on was backing her down off that down payment.
Yeah, she wanted 20%.
She wanted 20%. Yeah. She wanted 20% down, and I backed her off of it. I was like, and I know that you're a little bit nervous because of the cameras and the lights. When we talk, she talks a lot more, but when I backed her down off of that down payment, I used the objection that, hey, I've got to buy furniture for this property. And I'm going to have to go raise the money for the down payment, regardless if I've got to raise $40,000 or $10,000, I've got to go raise this money. If I only have to raise 10, I got a lot better chance of being able to buy this property than if I have to go raise 40. And so what I did there was I didn't make it a concrete, like, hey, I know I can. Now, if I'm in a competitive market, I'm concrete. I can do this. Matter of fact, I got a cousin right now. He's got the money, right? But since I'm in a non-competitive market and this property isn't going to go anywhere, I backed it off. I want to be non-committal. I want to be able to come back after we look at it and talk to people and they say, oh, no, I don't want to do that deal. I want to be able to come back and say, hey, look, we just can't get the cash.
Yeah.
I can't do the deal. I don't want to set a false expectation that I'm actually going to close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I know we're not going to wholesale the property. We're either buying it and making it an Airbnb. And I told her straight up in the living room, I was like, hey, when we buy this thing, we're going to keep it listed. We're going to keep it listed at $130,000. It's been a week and you're like, I'm not really that interested. What do you have to add to it, if anything?
If anything, I don't know. That's
just... How many people were there whenever we did this?
4.
4.
4 and a baby.
4 and a baby.
Yeah.
3 grown men and you and a little old lady. and we didn't blow the deal up. We still had a chance whenever we left. Witherspoon's always like, hey, if we show up, and y'all went to an offer the day before too. How did that go?
That was awesome. I liked it. It's cool.
To elaborate, like what were the?
I think he wanted $95,000 for 2 acres and a house, and then was it Jason, right?
It's Jason.
He was just talking and talking and talking, and then you could see that the seller was already like, okay, come on, get to your price and everything. And then so Jason, what he did was just talk and talk, and then next thing you know, the seller was like, okay, what if I add another acre to it, and then give me a price for it, which that was his what he wanted to,
That's what Jason wanted to do.
Yeah.
Jason wanted to get the extra acre with the pond. And somehow talked until the guy just wanted him to leave,
yeah.
and then
it
got
did
an extra. But I hope he did. That's going to be a really good property, and that'll be the first property we got off the Bandit signs that we did. But what else did you see? Like when y'all rolled up 12 deep out there, because it was you and Nick. Who else was there that day? Cody Creamer? No,
it was
Cody.
Just the 3 of us.
Just the 3.
Yeah.
Was he nervous? Was he standoffish?
No.
I might start taking people to every appointment with me. I don't run appointments no more. I thought I'd lost my edge when we were with her because it's when you got a little old lady like that, and her story was different. She had a bunch of money tied up in the property. It was like, I want to find a solution that works for everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
I want a price that works for you and a price that works for us. If she does come back with the $100,000 cash offer, we probably will go raise the funds and buy it and attempt to make it an Airbnb while we hope it sells. And that'll be it. So I want to get my phone out. I want you to tell the people about the offer you made. That's my dad calling. This will be fun. Hello?
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, I've got something I want to pick your brain about. That one trailer that stinks.
Yeah?
You ain't never going to get that stink out of that refrigerator. We done bleached it and everything. It's stuck up 4 trailer spaces with the doors open. And another thing, I turned the water on to it. Nothing leaks inside, but something's leaking bad underneath it.
Okay.
So, you gotta spend money on the damn thing or move it.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Probably move it.
Which one do you have a title to? The other one?
No, that one.
That one?
Yeah, that's the luxury model.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice trailer. Get a new refrigerator. That water leak. It may just be a busted pipe. I couldn't see.
Wow.
I might get Brandon to look. But I had to take the water hose off it and put it on the other one because I just rented it.
You got it? The other one rented?
Yep.
Where'd you find the electrical at? I thought the electricity was messed up.
Me and Brandon and that guy renting the trailer, he's a half-ass electrician. We did everything in the world, figured out that one plug I plugged it into, it ain't hooked to a breaker, so moved it back to the other plug. And now listen to this, we couldn't get a reading on the meter, like it wasn't getting nothing.
Right.
So we're fixing to open it up and see if we're getting anything to the breaker.
Yeah. You're on TV, Dad, so you gotta be short.
Okay, but anyway, I guess they didn't believe that I swapped plugs, so they plugged it in the other one, everything started working. The one that I took it out of.
A miracle.
So I don't know what fixed it.
Sounds like a fire waiting to happen. Well, anyways, I gotta go. I'll holler at you.
Okay. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna have Brandon bring an air conditioner out here. We get a little furniture out of one of them old trailers back there. We'll be good to go. That guy don't care. He's gonna sleep here tonight. He brought a fan and some sheets. He said he wants to go to bed.
All right. Later.
All right.
My dad manages an RV park we own. He lives there. And there's a pipeline coming through. We ain't had no customers. 0 customers since my dad's been there. Now it's completely full. And we thought we were going to rent RVs once upon a time because we could buy them for like $1,500 to get $500 a month for them. Mm-hmm. And somebody moved out of one and left food in the refrigerator. And that's what my dad's telling me about. He's like, this trailer's toast. So that's funny. But anyways, we're going to call back some of the people. Do you want us to go to break, Thomas?
No, you're good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first, I want to see how you cold call, right?
Yeah.
There's nobody that's watching that believes that right now.
Why?
Because you're not being talkative. You gotta, so we're going to put you on the spot right now. Thomas is going to be running the mute button. He's going to be running the mute button. So
Please mute it.
he's going to try to mute out the phone numbers as they come in, okay? I would let you call this lady back, but I'm not going to do you that way right now.
The one with the Airbnb?
Nah, there's a lady.
Another one.
There's a lady out there that wants to. She's got a weed eater, and she wants to rent a property from us, an RV from us, and she'll take over the mowing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you can't mow an RV park with a weed eater. And she's trying to convince me. I mean, she's a savage salesperson. She's trying to convince me that that's possible. But we're not going to waste our time calling them back. This person's an angry wholesaler, and this is just a call that came in. I took that call. This is a missed call off a bandit sign. Now, it might be the police, so best of luck.
You're talking?
You're talking.
Did they call?
Yeah, they called.
Missed call?
Yeah.
What did I say? Okay.
They called off a sign. Just say, you called me off a sign. Or actually, don't even say that. Say, hey, somebody said you want to call.
Are we on mute?
No. I'm calling about the house you have for sale. Try that one.
Your call is
Okay, good.
to an automatic
Do we leave a voicemail?
68230.
Ooh, I just almost doxed them. Okay. Try one more.
Is this a missed call?
This is a missed call off bandit signs. So just say, hey, I'm calling about the house you got for sale. Badass. What's up, Max? What's up?
Hello?
Hi, I had a missed call from this number that you were interested in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope I've got the right number myself. I saw a sign out there on the side of the highway.
Yes, sir.
Y'all like buy homes?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
do you have one?
Do y'all buy land though?
Do we? Yes.
Just land alone?
Yes, we do.
Oh, you do? Okay. Because, of course, I'm in a situation where I'm thinking about need to sell some land. I got like 15 acres, and of course, the only bad thing is I'm in bankruptcy right now, and that's what I'm trying to do is sell at least 10 or so acres so that I can try to get out from underneath my debt, you know.
What I say?
But I didn't know what y'all do. You know, this is my first time to call, so.
Yeah, we do buy land and houses. How much are you interested in getting the land for? No.
Well, that just depends on what needs to be sold, or you know how much y'all. Well, basically, I'm trying to think. You know, like 10 acres. You know, and around 12,000 an acre.
12,000. Where's it located?
Something like. In Parker County.
Parker County.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something I'm thinking about. I haven't even really checked with my lawyer yet.
Okay,
about,
so
you know,
what I'm going to do
my
here is
options
I'll take
or what I need
12,000 an
to
acre.
do.
We know that's
So, but
120,000.
I'm just making the call, just trying to, you know, see what's
What else does
happening.
it?
Hold on.
But anyway, I know it's valued or appraised, whatever, like
Just
Offer
14.
from 84 right now.
But I will sell it cheaper than that, of course.
Yeah.
But, just to get out from it.
What we can offer you is 84,000 cash assets if you're interested in it.
How much cash?
84,000, and then we'll just get it off your shoulder.
Well, no, that's not going to be enough for what I need to square everything up, you know.
What I say?
So, but anyway, that's not going to fly. So,
Yeah.
But like I say, you know, I'm just checking out right now, just seeing what's going on, and you know where I'm at, and you know, and of course, like I understand what you're saying too, you know, but because I mean, I do know about you know having to make a profit on that too as well, you know, so. And
But anyway, because I know it goes up, you know, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, all right. Well, anyway, I appreciate your time.
Sir, is it okay if we can go look at it? Because this is just like an offer at the moment, which we haven't looked at it, and then it would, yeah, we could help you more if we were able to look at it.
Okay. Well, let me call you back on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because, you know, as far as meeting and all that, because of scheduling and everything, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, all right. Well, we'll talk to you later.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. So, look, I was trying to, I wanted to jump in a couple of different times. The reason why we fired our shot, all we did there was I got 70. Her calculator out. So I just took 70% of 120 to see what it is. Now, in a situation like this where you're doing it with the lights and the camera, you kind of feel a little bit rushed, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm in my truck, I would talk to that guy for an hour and a half. I'd find out all kinds of stuff, like why he's in bankruptcy, what's going on. Maybe he's got a tractor he can throw in on the deal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because maybe there's something that's not involved with the bankruptcy that we could buy in as well. You know what I mean? Find out more about his problem so we can make a better offer. Obviously, whenever you made the $84,000 offer, he came back and said, that's not going to be enough to vacate the debts. But we don't know what that is. Obviously, it's somewhere around $120,000. If the property's worth, I think I got 171 is what I can't get in. But at 171, divided by 10, so that's 17,000 an acre. I don't know if that property would be worth 17,000 an acre, but I don't know that it isn't sitting here. Parker County, that's Weatherford. You know, maybe it is. It's hard to say. Yeah. But the point is, 3 years ago, I'd have felt bad about that call. Today, I don't give a shit. Want to know why? Why? Because the pipeline's full. You fire your shot. You know, do I still want to see that land and do more research on it? Absolutely. But to be in this situation with the lights and the cameras and everything, really all you want to do is find out how much he wants for it, because it's land and we can't really pull comps sitting right here on the spot. And two, can I make my offer? You fired your shot at 70%. The motivation isn't there. Yeah. Is it a listing? Could Cody Creamer go list it? Absolutely. Will we probably turn that into a listing? Yes. The other thing about having a team, which you're on the Bandit Sign team, is you could have completely blew that lead out of the water. You could have called him an asshole and said all kinds of hateful things to him. And then I could have called him the next day and be like, hey, bro, what about that land you got for sale? Yeah. And he never knows we're working together. You know what I mean? So I'm never afraid now to make that lowball offer. Honestly, when he said 120, I was going to say offer 60, but I wanted you to have a better chance of hearing yes.
I was under pressure because I didn't know what to say, and then you were giving me numbers, so it was like I was trying to listen to him, and then
I know, but you're like the first person yet to come up here and do the cold call and hit the mute button and asked. Everybody else is just like, what do I do? What do I do? Max Maxwell was tuning in earlier. I hope you've seen that, Max. We actually met at your event, so there it is. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. Let's see what. That's that angry wholesaler. We'll find another one.
Can we call her?
Want to call the angry wholesaler?
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it seems like you might want to say something. I don't know. I'm trying to get to. We've already called everybody on there, but the angry wholesaler. I don't know what this would be. This could come off our website. A lot of times these are just spam bots. So, but sometimes it's.
Is this a missed call?
It's a missed call from a number that's on a website. It's not on a Bandit Sign, so I don't really know. We've got another phone number and we'll go to the Google Voice app and call some people back. Got two more on there.
Okay. I need a drink.
That's alcohol.
It's apple juice.
It's apple juice. All right, so we'll go to Google Voice app. I mean, I'm really happy about that lead. I really think that's going to work out really well.
Which one? The one that we just called?
The one that we just called.
Yeah.
This is a missed call. Bandit Sign. Again, when I call them back, I used to tell them they called me off a sign. Now I'm just like, hey, what about that house for sale?
Okay.
Obviously, they called a sign. You know what I mean? No need to repeat it to
See,
them. Right.
like a missed call?
Yeah. Like, hey, what about that house for sale? What'd it do?
So it'd be like, hi, were you interested in selling a house?
I'm sorry,
Oh.
but the person
No,
you called
like-
has
Like, whenever you call, it's kind of, there's no need in repeating that they called you off a sign.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't want to sound rude and just be like,
Oh,
hey, where's
no.
your house
You're
at?
never rude. Just like, hey, what's up? What that house do?
Does it like that?
What? That's not rude. Hey, show this post to your friends, guys. If you like this, show it to your friends. You're a Propelio customer. I'm a Propelio customer. If you're watching and you're not a Propelio customer, you need to go become a Propelio customer and show this video to your friends. There's a word.
5, 4, 7.
Okay. There's a word we can no longer say on the interwebs. This is one that I talked to the people. Ooh. We'll see what this. It's really hard to get in touch with people. You cold call all the time.
Yeah.
How many times do you get people to call answer?
Probably like 4 times out of like 50 times.
Really?
Mhm.
Do you ever call twice?
No.
Your call has been forwarded to an
I leave a voicemail usually. But
Well-
no one calls back, so.
I mean, we would normally leave voicemail too. The only reason we're not is because we don't want to dox this number.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna double dial a couple of these people because typically whenever you call,
For sale?
Yes, ma'am.
I do.
You do? How much are you wanting for it?
that's the way we made
130.
130?
Yes, we were out there this weekend. We were the ones that made the offer to you on Friday.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What did you talk with your husband? Did y'all figure out what y'all want to do there?
I was gonna talk. This isn't Corey, is it?
Yes, this is Corey.
Oh, this is Corey. Okay, I'm sorry. It didn't sound like you. I'm actually not home right now. I was wondering. Yeah, I got a text message from my realtor, and she's wanting me to do some stuff. But I was wondering, is there any chance you can do any more on a cash offer, like maybe 110?
That would be really hard for us. It's kind of already been on the market for 120 days at 130,000, and that would put us in a situation where we don't actually know where it would come in on an appraisal, and we might end up in that situation I was telling you about where we severely overpaid for a house. We could do 100 all day long. It's hard to sit here and rationalize that 10,000 makes a big difference, but that's the amount that it's going to take to put furniture in the house when we get ready to start the Airbnb. So, it could prove really, really difficult for us at 110.
Okay, what if we split the difference? What about 1.5?
I would have to talk to my partner and see. But I mean, that's definitely a conversation we could have.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, we're paying all the.
Yes, I am. You're paying all the stuff, and I can give you all the information you need on water and we're on a co-op, so that's less expensive up there.
Right, but we're also paying the closing cost.
Right, and I also, there shouldn't be that many closing costs. I'm also still interested in talking to whoever I need to talk to about the property management on these rentals.
Yes, ma'am. That's my business partner, Jacob, and
Okay.
I'll give him your phone number as soon as I leave here with what I'm doing right now, so he can reach out to you.
Okay. If we can do 105, let's go with it. But I need a copy of the contract so I can look it over.
Okay.
To see. I know you had one with you. the other day, but I need to look it over and read everything that's in there and all that paraphernalia.
Yes, ma'am. Well, let me talk it over with them and see where they come in at, and I'll call you back tomorrow.
Okay, and you can. I'm thinking too that he can still pick up some more money on this rental thing.
Right. I believe we can too, and I think we can help you out a lot because you got a lot of them going vacant right now, correct?
Right. I've got people that I got one vacant and two people that one that just moved and one that's moving. So they should all be vacant by the ones have already moved. The other ones are moving this week and this weekend. So everybody should be out by Monday, I would think, or at least next week.
Well, if you're interested in an owner finance offer, on them at any point in time, we would like first shot at making that too. Because the
okay. Well, right now I don't want to sell them. I just want to rent them.
Right.
I just need somebody to manage it at the moment, but that doesn't mean it might not change down the road.
Well, and that's owner financing them kind of keeps that monthly cash flow in play and takes the liability of fixing the property off of you. It takes the maintenance off of you. So it might accomplish somewhat of the same thing. It might be a little bit less money every month, but long term, it normally pays a little bit more because you don't have any maintenance.
Okay. Right. But like I say, right now I'm not interested in selling the rentals.
Okay.
Not at the moment. I was going to talk to you though about the air conditioning deal. You said you
yes,
guys
ma'am.
had people that could, because I need the one air conditioner replaced.
Yes, ma'am. We got a guy that can do that for you. So yes, I'll reach out tomorrow and we'll figure something out.
Okay.
All right.
That would be awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Corey.
I knew that was going to be the case. As soon as she answered, I was like, oh, man. But we were going to do that anyway, so we just got ahead. Now, do you want me to call and negotiate your gentleman down in a town that I won't mention?
Yeah.
Do you want to see if we can get that owner finance offer accepted there? We're going to go to break. Thomas is telling me we got to take a break. He's back there making weird gestures at me. So, guys, when we get back, we are going to dive right into hopefully an offer. We'll double dial this guy. We'll call this guy until he answers or blocks my phone number. And we're gonna negotiate. Now, we'll get into how you got the deal and everything when we get back, guys. We'll be right back after this.
The Propelio Academy, an all-in-one education resource for training in wholesales, subject to wraps, short sales, flips, rentals, BRRRR, property management, and more. Go to propelio.com/academy to get your scholarship today. Propelio.com. What does Propelio offer? Lead generating websites, access to true MLS comps, off-market lead lists, and deal alerts. Get them all today at Propelio.com.
Welcome back, guys. Cassandra, I don't know if y'all can hear during the break. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Cassandra, explain to this the audience this lead, how you got it, where it came from. What were you doing to get it?
Actually, I went over there to the appointment. After that, I was on my way to the home, and then I passed through this house. So I was like, might as well just write it down. So I wrote it down, and then the next morning I called them, and it's so weird because I got the wrong address. So I got the right address. So he gave me the details and everything. And then that day, I went to go look at that day. Yeah. I drove all the way to over there, which is probably 45 minutes from where I live. And then so we were talking for probably in 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah, it was, yeah.
And you made your offer?
Yeah.
What's the situation on the house?
It's completely remodeled, everything.
And it's already listed, right?
Yeah, for almost 4 months.
4 months been listed, so it's already on the market, and he'll only take a $10,000 discount.
Yeah.
So he's kind of a savage, but the one tool we have in our pocket is he's a landlord, so he likes cash flow. when I hear landlord, just like the lady we just got the phone with, I hear cash flow. I'm like, okay, this person likes cash flow. Let's see. Let's just jump in and see. Now, you kind of framed him up a little. You got him on the tee a little funky because you told him this house is for your family. Now, I don't recommend anybody watching
to do that.
Look, when you're new, do what works. I'm not going to tell you not to do anything, but you're later on you're going to put yourself into weird situations when if they find out you're an investor and all that.
It's not going to work out.
It could just go south. I mean, you want to tell them, you want to be ethical about it to a certain extent. If you're going to assign it, if you're going to keep it listed, if you're going whatever your exit strategy is, you don't have to share the whole shebang with them, but you want to let them know, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do with it if you want to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And give them that option to say no. But with you, I'm going to be Uncle Tito. I don't know. It can be role playing here. Let's call him back. So what do you know his name? Do you think he'll answer your call right now?
Yeah, he will.
Okay. So I'm trying to.
From your phone number?
No. Yeah. I mean, I can call from my number. It don't matter.
Yeah, because you're Uncle Tito.
Hold on. Don't say it out loud. Just, give this lead away to all these fine people watching. I've doxed people before. Not that it works out bad for me. Just the poor person is like, you're like the 75th person who called. Okay, I got her.
It's a guy. I think it's like Jerry or something.
We don't even know the guy's name. We're just going in as Uncle Tito. One day I was Moose Knuckle, so this is actually an improvement. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, sir. My niece had said that you had a house that you're looking to sell.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm Uncle Tito, and anyways, she said that you might be interested in owner finance.
No, I talked it over with my wife. I don't believe I want to do that. I'm 75 and I'm trying to scale down some of my properties, and I think I'm gonna take the money on it. That's the way.
Yes, sir. Well, it's kind of interesting because the reason why she reached out to me is because we own a bunch of rentals, and so she didn't really understand the owner finance. So she wanted me to talk to you about it. What else? Yeah. What else you got that you might be willing to sell? Maybe if you could package a few of them together, we could strike up a deal.
I've got some farmland too. I mean, pasture land, cattle on them. And I also got one more rent house, but I'm not going to sell it. The people's been in there 15 years.
Yes, sir.
And it's a 3-bedroom brick, too. It's a pretty nice brick. It's a nice 2-bath. This one here is a 2-bath. This is a real nice house here. I mean, my dad built this house in the late 70s, but we've took care of it. It's got a new wood floor, new showers. It's been painted through. I mean, it's a good house.
Yes, sir. She had said that. She said it was all remodeled.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice. It's got a pen for your dogs in the back. I had that built last year. It's got a brand new roof. Ain't even nobody lived in it. But it's been took care of.
Yes, sir. What about that farmland? What are you looking to get for it?
I don't know yet. I hadn't decided. I still got about 50 mother cows on that down there, and I just called today. They're going to fertilize 100 acres tomorrow or the next day one as soon as it don't rain.
Yes, sir. I think it's going to rain all week. What?
Yeah.
How many acres is it?
I got 300 and something acres.
But
I've got it broke down, and one section has got 79 acres and the others, the rest of it.
I've actually got a real good friend of mine that is looking right now, and they. Anyways, I've got a couple of buddies. One of them works for Superior Livestock Auction.
Yeah.
And anyways, it wouldn't surprise me if they'd buy the land, cows, and all.
Yeah. I've got. I just hadn't made my mind that. Boy, I've bought this 30 years ago, I guess.
Yes, sir.
And I've done a lot of improved fences and stuff on some of it. And one place I just traded for about a year and a half ago, I had a place north of Whitney, and this is down by this joins a core land, Aquila Lake, one piece does, and I'm just a little ways from the other there. It goes from a county road clean to a pavement road.
Okay.
And you know, it's a pretty good, and I've got some nice big barn on it, and then I've got all my trailers. I've got where I can put 4 big trailers in it. You know, it's a pretty nice setup.
Well, I got a buddy that's I mean, actively in the market right now, and he's got a little bit of cash, but you know how that goes. He won't have it long.
Yeah.
So.
But you know, I just hadn't made my mind to do that yet. I want to sell this house, and then, you know, I'll probably start selling some of this stuff.
Okay.
I'm fixing to turn 75, and I got some feet problem and hip problem, and I just can't take care of all of it, you know.
Yes, sir. Well,
And,
if you don't mind, I'll pass him your number, and y'all can be in touch. It ain't got to be right now. It'll just be, you know, he's just a good guy to know.
Yeah. But you can tell him. I mean, you know, when I get ready to sell it, you know, I'd contact him.
Okay, sounds good.
But I've got a pretty nice place down there. I mean.
Yes, sir. I understand.
But just tell him that, and I wish I could do something on that house, but I just need to sell some of this stuff.
Well, I mean, we could probably make you a cash offer, but you know, it's not going to be up there in the price range that she was talking about.
Yeah. Well, you know, if I sold it, you know, I'll tell you with the least penny I'll take for it, and I think I'll get it. I mean, I told her 135, but I'd take 125, and that's the best I'll do. Much money as I've spent on it. I just spent $25,000 on it, and then had this roof done here on it, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
And I put a lot of cash money in it.
Yes, sir.
You know, but it is a nice place. I mean, I don't think I'll have any trouble getting it if I decide to drop it down. I started out at 145, and but it is a pretty nice house. It's got a fireplace in it and everything, you know.
Okay. Well, we'll reach out. We'll look around and see what we think about it, and you know, and we'll stay in touch. You know,
Okay.
if your agent ain't working out, we probably got somebody that can help you out there too.
Yeah, okay. All right, I ain't even got an agent. I'm my own agent.
Oh, well, then in that case, we can
That'd
get
save you some money and me some too.
right. Well, you can. I mean, I got an agent that can move that thing for you pretty quick. You know, if you're at 145 and you'll take 125, it's well worth the money to pay an agent at 145 versus take cash for 125. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I understand.
It's worth the test.
I just don't want to get it tied up and can't sell it. You know, that's the reason I didn't
Oh
do
no,
it.
we're from Groesbeck, Texas. If you tell us, hey, you know, I got this old boy over here, he wants to buy it. I found him on my own. We're not gonna hold that listing up. Now we are gonna get professional pictures took, which would cost us a couple of $100, and we might ask for that back. But other than that, we don't run that way. You know what I mean? We're from the country. We don't do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
But you know, just keep in touch. You know, something might come up. Don't move it or something. But a house I'm gonna sell first. You know, and then I am gonna downsize. I done talked to my kids, and they're for me selling some of it. I don't know which side I'll sell. I've got a really good side on that. And I've got an option on 65 acres by it, and I've got an option on 14 acres behind it. And it comes all the way around the government land.
That's good.
Good hunting, good hogs and deer. There's a lot. And the one field's got 46 acres of, I put it in jigs last year.
Oh, wow.
But it's a nice place.
Well,
It's got about I don't know, it's got a big lake in it and just full of bass. It's been there for a long time. Matter of fact, probably 15, 20 years ago, I cut hay on that place a lot for a guy that owned a ranch, and I'd done 2 of his ranches, built his hay for him.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's,
I mean, I I'm gonna have a guy reach out to you, and maybe y'all can come to an agreement on something, because he is in the market. I know you don't want to sell right now, but you know he might want an option on it, you know, or something like that. Something y'all probably can work something out pretty easy.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
What'd you think?
It was a bad deal anyways.
I don't know. See, that's how you feel. That's not how I feel. I feel like we just won the lottery. He's got a lake with bass.
And
He done sprigged he's got a place that's sprigged. I mean, I wasn't lying to him when I told him I got a guy that's in the market. Addison Blanks, y'all probably see him talking on Facebook. That's all he does is list ranches, and he could probably list that house. And I know Addison, his brother sent me money, just sent me money through the mail. You know, they will take care of you with whatever's legally possible. I don't want to speak out of turn, but you know, they're licensed real estate agents, so they're regulated on what they can do legally. So we'll just say whatever's legally available to you will be available, because they pay. Heck, he just made a post on Facebook looking for land. So trust me, that deal's gonna work out for you. I feel it right down here in my stomach. So guys, we got any questions? Thomas, did you see any questions? Got anybody got any constructive criticism? Anything? Any trolls? We need trolls.
Just what are you using to make your outbound calls on your phone?
What are you using?
just my regular phone.
She's using her regular phone. Now, I know people that use Mojo and everything else. I haven't actually ran a dollar. The lead mining guy is, we're talking to try to get a dollar, trying to figure out what the best dollar out there is. Mm-hmm. Nobody really has an answer for that. I do know Max Maxwell has a really good product. I think it's called REI Rail. The Isaiah Lee, who is a Propelio subscriber, was telling me about it. Whenever you call, it actually brings up the Zillow listing and everything for the property. So that seems like a pretty neat product. Mm-hmm. I haven't got our membership set up yet, but the next time we dive into heavy dialing, I'm going to get our membership for that. So it's REI Rail. Looks like a really good product. What about you? What do you think about it so far? I feel like whenever I do this, I just sit up here and talk, and then Ryan gets mad at me.
Why is he looking at you over there?
No, he's not. He's probably whatever. But what do you think about the studio? What do you think about the call? I know.
Pretty cool. Like, whenever I told you about the owner finance thing, like what the comments and everything, I actually did learn a lot. It helped me like expand my brain, which it took me like probably 2 hours to like actually learn what they were saying in the comments. But it's like life-changing. I don't know. It's really cool.
It is.
It made me open like so many strategies that you can do.
When I first learned about the owner finance offer, it messed me up. Mm-hmm. Because what I would do in that with the lady, we made our cash offer.
Yeah.
We let her turn it down. Then we brought in the owner finance offer. Mm-hmm. When you first learn about it, you want to tell them 50 different ways you can buy your house. Oh, I can buy it like this. I can buy it like this. I can buy it like this. What'd you just do? Confuse them.
Yeah.
Now they're like, I don't know. Now it's overwhelming. Now they don't want to deal with it as a problem anymore. I don't know who this is. Probably somebody that wants to rent a house. We'll see. Oh, man. So, anyways, that's it. That's this episode. I put Cassandra on the spot. I promise y'all, she talks a lot more in real life. It's really hard when you get in here with the lights. Really, really difficult. But when we come back, the next time we come back, and Cassandra's going to come back, we're just going to dial. Because you're obviously a savage on the phone. You've locked up your own first deal, $14,000, off a True People search, right? Or what is it?
Yeah.
True People search and a Driving for Dollars lead. Most people don't even take that much action. Who's this? Somebody yelling at me. Hello?
Sir, I am looking at the Shenandoah apartments and everything, and I was wondering, do y'all have anything for rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What I need is a 1-bedroom apartment.
We do not have one in Comanche. We do have one in Hamilton. Can I call you back though?
Hamilton's too far.
Okay, let me see what we got at Crestview, and I'll call you back.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I don't know how that person got my number, but I'm happy they got my number because that's going to be $525 a month. Tell the people where they can find you. Where can they find you at?
I have a Facebook page, Cassandra Navarro, and Instagram page, which is Cassandra Navarro as well. I don't know. I never check my Instagram, but it's something like that.
I'm not good at Instagram either. I should have Instagram live before we went live in here.
Yeah.
Guys, I appreciate your time. Look up Cassandra. Look up Roughneck to Real Estate, the group. Become a Propelio customer, not just a person that watches us. They're getting ready to go nationwide. Show this to your friends. Put this out there for the people to see. Go to the groups. Put it in the groups. Do your thing. Love y'all. We'll be back next week. I think next week I'm going to have a bomb-ass real estate agent out of Houston. I think she's going to come up and hang out and talk about scaling into all different kinds of markets. What she does is insane. She did like $40 million worth of volume last year or something, or maybe that's what she's going to do this year. I really don't know. We're Facebook friends. We chit chat. I watch her do some amazing things and some high-end listings. It's amazing the people you get to get around on Facebook. So we'll see y'all next week. I'm looking forward to it. Thomas, cut us out.
Propelio TV is sponsored by Noble Mortgage and Investments, Batch Skip Tracing, Think Multifamily, CreativeCapture.com, and Lifeonaire.
Hey everybody, I'm Ryan with Propelio. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Turn on those notifications and stick around for more. We have tons of content like this all over our channel. So if you want to learn more about real estate investing, stick around, watch Propelio TV, and we'll see you later.